how can founders identify the toxic investors? What questions should they ask, and what should they look in the meeting and communication to understand if an investor might be a negative influence?
Barak, I'm really glad that you asked this question. The reason behind this is that I think founders don't spend enough time to do the due diligence on VCs. Everybody thinks, oh, VCs, their job is to do due diligence on founders. The reality is that it is founders' job to do the due diligence on investors as well, especially those investors who are lead investors, and therefore they are going to join the board, who are going to have an influence over the future of the company. Now, here is the reality, Barak, is that, I observed many startup boards, and there's nothing that could be worse than a dysfunctional board. Okay? That just reduces the probability that the startup is going to be successful. And there are many ways that dysfunctional boards can demonstrate themselves, but one is, of course, dysfunctionality of a venture capitalist. Now, therefore, my suggestion is that, it's very difficult to find out who is dysfunctional and who is functional when you just meet a person. And of course, that person is doing the due diligence on you, but also trying to sell themselves to you. But do the due diligence on them. And the very first step is maybe not in the fast lane, but when you move to the slow lane. So effectively, VCs are, let's say, give you a term sheet, let's say, find out their investments, find out the boards that they sat on, approach other board members, approach founders, ask those VCs for whom they would like you to talk to. And, if you ask Burak, me, I'm an investor, I gave you a term sheet and say, Ilya, I'd like to talk to 3 founders that you backed. And I kind of evade giving you their numbers, their names, or whatever. That's a bad sign. This is a bad sign, okay? So I think that is what the founders should do. Frankly, I'm amazed. I've done some kind of informal survey. There's really no academic research on this. I've done some informal survey of founders, and I found out that in more than half of the cases, founders don't do this type of research on VCs.